Now, let's head on into the newsroom.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's head on into the drone newsroom and find out all the news about drones you'd ever want to know. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Sills.
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy Halloween to all. Loved the invisible suit. That was really impressive.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking that I could see through you, so.
Yeah,
okay.
well, you always could. Yeah.
All right, so tonight's drone news is brought to you by GPC Custom Drone Cases, providing you with the highest quality of professional cases, so your investment is always protected when it's not in the air. Custom cases also available by request. GPC, designed for life. Be original, be blue. Online at goprofessionalcases.com.
Absolutely. GPC cases, love you, mean it.
All right.
All right.
So first in the news, obviously, it's been everywhere. They're talking about it. I think it's blown up the internet as the Mavic Mini.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I understand, we're going to have some fun talking about that later on in the show.
Yes.
But, DJI brought us a new drone this year, so there you go.
Kelly, tell us what it's like to murder your fingers with this.
Oh no! Actually, I will tell you, this, much like the Anafi, these don't hurt at all. Actually, they just stop. So
oh, really?
It is. Yeah. They're not like Phantom. They're not the splitters like the Phantom has on it.
Okay,
they're
cool.
more like the spitters.
Okay, awesome.
Spitters, not splitters.
All right.
Well, and see, the one thing that to take into consideration is that the Mavic Mini is not the only new drone that was brought to the market recently. Gannett is a company that is bringing out the Gannett Pro drone. This is a waterproof fishing drone that can carry a massive payload.
It looks something like this.
Okay. It looks like it's made of foam. Is that right?
It is a waterproof floating drone that has a payload of 3.5 kilograms. It was originally designed to be able to take your fishing line out far away from the shore, but they also discovered that there were other uses for it, such as search and rescue, etc. It's waterproof, sandproof. It has a 1080p live video camera that's gimbalized. A lot of different attachments. There is a GoFundMe, I think, set up for it, or Indiegogo account set up for it. So go check it out. There's lots of really interesting information.
Can you order one on the GoFundMe now?
From what I understand, you can, yes.
So one problem with that whole business model. Can I just shoot a hole in it right now?
Yeah, shoot.
So you know fishermen, right? No matter how much payload it has, fishermen are always going to lie about 20% higher than that, and then they're going to get caught because I caught a fish this big that weighed this many pounds.
True.
And then somebody's going to say that thing can only lift this many pounds.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the fishermen are always doing that. And speaking of shooting holes and things, I have to ask you, it's waterproof and sandproof. Is it Kentucky proof? Because you know some numbnuts going to shoot that thing out of the sky, man.
Hi, Cletus.
Rifle
and flush the toilet. We got company.
Yeehaw.
Oh, God.
Was that Kentucky? Okay. Are you making fun of your senator state? Goodness. So much disrespect here, Ken. When I become a senator, you better not diss on Texas.
No, I love Kentuckians.
All right. Well, on the basis of the drones being able to be used in rescue attempts, another company has come up with an idea of using drone swarms to be able to explore through buildings to, I guess, map out the area and find people. And so they have some fantastic new technology to share.
Here at the Micro Air Vehicle Lab, we've been working hard on overcoming this challenge. We've developed an extremely efficient navigation strategy to help us solve autonomous swarm exploration of unknown environments. This is the first time that such a complex task has been performed by a swarm of tiny robots.
Specifically, we created a swarm bug algorithm. Multiple robots fly off in different directions. Instead of mapping the environment, they deal with obstacles on the fly. When their batteries are at 60%, the robots fly back to a radio beacon at the ground station, again avoiding obstacles and each other.
Let's see the robots in action in the real world. To make a bug algorithm work, there are many elements to consider. The individual robot has to be able to navigate by itself in a very robust manner. The robot should also be able to sense and avoid each other and coordinate the exploration.
Ah, did I get you? Did I get you? Did I get you?
Were you trying to lull us into a sense of security with the European accents? Is that what it was? And then suddenly there's the alien.
That's right. Do other countries celebrate Halloween, or do they just think we're weird in the United States? Because I don't,
come on. Greg's out in the audience. Cooner's out there. What do you think, Oz?
They don't in Australia, as far as I know.
Well, because it's like spring there right now, right? They're doing Easter, I think, right now.
Right.
They do all their scary stuff in like March. It's totally backwards. Water flows the other way, and all the propellers spin the opposite direction.
That
Don't
is
you know
true.
that?
Yeah, that is a fact. Yeah. All right, what's next there, Jeff?
All right, so speaking of scary then, the Raytheon company has decided to one-up and become the nightmare of every drone in the world, but with their new laser system.
Oh, yes!
And some guitar distortion.
Raytheon! Multispectral targeting system! It's a force multiplier! Oh, yeah! Shoot it out of the sky, man!
Frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Yeah! No drone is safe with Raytheon!
More like Raytheon.
Raytheon! Force multiplier! Woo!
Right.
Nice, man. Did you add the guitar to that?
No, I just added.
That was
guitar.
I just
yeah,
added
that's
the
part of
evil.
original video.
I just added the evil.
Wow.
Yep.
I do that for a living. I make videos like that for a living, and I never get to use cheesy, crunchy guitar like that. But if I could.
It's an amazing system that they have that they're bringing forth. So that should be deployed soon.
Hold on.
We have
Hold on. Talking about music, let me see if that video would look any different if I used this music
You
instead.
gonna play Dreamweaver?
Yeah, let's see. I'll replay that video.
Dreamweaver.
Yeah, Raytheon. They will blow you out of the sky. Yeah. All right, copyright strike.
okay.
Oh goodness.
I'm blocked in all countries.
Yeah, jeez.
By the way, I apologize for the last week's video being blocked. Once in a while, the BBC, who I've worked with and sold stuff to, will get their panties in a wad and they will make a claim. Well, I made a counterclaim and I got it cleared up. Well,
Nice.
turns out, and our buddy, what is his name? Geeks Vana. He is going to do a story about this because he found out that sometimes there will be overzealous, litigious lawyers within BBC that are doing things against the BBC's better interests, like this.
You know what BBC stands for then? Better be careful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. When that happened last week, and I helped you try to figure that out, the one thing that cracked me up was that they were banning your account for a video that was made in 1996.
Yeah, and it had a Phantom 3 in it.
Oh yeah,
I remember
Sure.
fondly my
That is-
1996 Phantom 3.
They were going to ban your entire channel?
No, just that video. It was blocked in
Just
all
that
countries.
video.
I get
Yeah.
a notice shortly after this show ends, and it says, "Sorry, Charlie, because of 20 seconds of your 3-hour video, it's blocked in all countries."
But,
All right.
but can you just not monetize and then it'll play?
No.
Or even if you don't monetize?
Yeah,
oh.
it doesn't matter. I don't
Well, there you go.
monetize this video anyway, because who wants to watch this show with a bunch of stinking interruptions?
Well, we're already doing that, Ken.
Oh, that's true. Oh, you're
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
That's Jeff.
Let's get back to the news.
Back to the news.
So, Poznan reveals the latest weapon in the fight against pollution. They've come up with an air sniffing drone.
Okay.
Does it have a tail?
Tell us about it.
So they've come up with a drone that is designed to end the smog issue in their country. So it uses onboard sensors that hunts for chemicals such as formaldehyde and hydrochloride, etc. And it essentially sniffs out where the furnaces are that are using these particular things, and then they can go and either find those companies or those businesses or those residences that happen to be polluting the air.
Okay. Can it detect methane?
It flies over a big herd of cattle and just goes crazy.
Right.
Probably. Yeah.
Another question. If I'm in my bathtub, can it detect methane?
You know that's called a blumpy, right?
Yeah.
Does it have a name? I didn't know it had a name.
A blumpy, yeah.
A blumpy. That's a great name for it.
It really is.
You learned me something. Thanks.
Copyright 2019.
There you
Razor
go.
drone.
All right, moving on. Next in the news, we have an incredible moment. The rescuers find a lost dog that was camouflaged in the Scottish mountains.
Where are we seeing the dog now? Where is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. It was very hard to see this dog, and
I don't see it.
I'm waiting for Ken's head to pop up.
Aw. We gotta save the doggies. I love doggies. Go on, Jeff.
yeah, 10-year-old Miss became stuck on the cliffs in Killen, Stirlingshire on Thursday and couldn't be rescued as the light was fading. So they used a drone to be able to locate the dog, and volunteer teams were able to go up and retrieve the animal.
That's
Awesome.
great.
That is cool.
Would they have gone to all that trouble if it was just a stinking cat?
No.
Nah, I don't
absolutely
think so either.
No,
You'd be like, just get another one. Looks just like it.
All right, so next in the news, recently on one of the news channels, the FAA, Jay Merkel, who's the executive director of the FAA UAS Integration Office, was interviewed and talking about the upcoming test that they want to do for hobbyists. And one of the interesting things that he talked about was the fact that, unlike the 107 test, which asks fairly intricate questions, that the hobbyist test is going to be more of a practical and easy test. The material should be fun and friendlier to use.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Fun?
Yeah, fun and friendly.
Oh.
Was his direct comment.
Well, what they'll do is they'll put a dog on a cliff, and then you have to go find it. That's if you can find the dog or Ken's face, you win.
Well, and this obviously points again to the fact that the FAA does want to have a test for hobbyists, something that you would have to take and pass. So,
By the way, my mom is in the chat. I just saw her because I can read the chat now with my new glasses. My mom is her name is Renee Savacool. She says, "Watch that cat thing." My mom
And she
is
has a wrench too, so she could shut us all up right now.
yeah. My mom is a crazy cat lady. Just to let you know,
Oh, Lord. Like
Yeah.
from The Simpsons, that one.
she has all the neighborhood cats. Like that, she has a big house for them, and she invites them in. And we're gonna have to put my mom in a home soon, I think. I'm just kidding. Love you, mama.
all right. So next in the news, Wing Drone Delivery, as we've talked about before, has been conducting tests for many years now as part of their delivery service, and they've done 80,000 different test flights. Recently, though, the first honest-to-God delivery was made with their system, and they delivered a $9 cup of coffee, banana bread, to a home.
Is this their promotional video that is vertical video?
I have not.
Because you'd think a company that was tech-based would figure out how to flip the phone
Oh no,
around.
dude! Haven't you heard of IGTV? It's all the rage.
Yeah. Wow, that actually works better than I thought it would.
There it goes.
Hey, cool.
Banana bread, huh?
So it should be nice and icy cold by the time you get it. That's nice.
And very appealing.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Did that just happen? So, yeah, they got the bread. How much does it cost to do something like that? I mean, it's got to be.
Well,
It said $9,
yeah, this was $9 for a coffee and banana bread being delivered to the home.
which is less than you would pay at Starbucks, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Trick-or-treaters.
Oh, we got a trick-or-treater.
Unmute.
That video prompted me to remind everybody about the dangers of vertical video with our friends Glove and Boots, one of my favorite channels on YouTube. Check them out, but watch this first.
This video didn't have to look this way. It could have been prevented. Say no to vertical videos.
Vertical videos happen when you hold your camera the wrong way.
Yeah.
Your video will end up looking like crap.
There are more and more people addicted to making vertical videos every day. It's not crack or nothing, but it's still really bad.
Yeah.
There are two different kinds of people who are afflicted with VVS.
Oh.
The first group treats the videos they shoot like pictures. They don't mean any harm. They just don't understand that while you can turn a picture, you can't really turn a video.
The other group is people who don't give a
Just say no to vertical video.
Who
And
is
if you
this?
see
Who
someone
made
doing
this?
it, say, "You're not shooting that right, dummy!"
Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh Lord!
You never heard of
I
Glove
have
and
so
Boots?
many people. I have so many people I have to show that to. So many people.
Why is it that people forget all they have to do is boop? That's it. I have to remind Jeff all the time. We'll be Skyping. I'll be like horizontal.
Yeah.
Flip your phone.
Probably
Anyway.
because when I answer my phone, I don't answer my phone like this every time.
That's
so.
more gangster though. You know, to hold your phone like this.
That's right.
No.
If you're holding your gun like this, you should hold your phone like that.
That's right. That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
All right. So next in the news, in Henrico, VA, is that Virginia? The Henrico Fire Department's been battling a landfill fire in the East End landfill off of Charles City Road since Saturday. One of the interesting things, though, is that with a landfill fire, obviously the fire gets underground. So they used a drone with a thermal camera to be able to see where the hot pockets were deep under the landfill.
Mountain of trash. Landfill construction machines claw away heaps of garbage to move it out of the reach of this landfill fire.
It's more of a nuisance than anything. We just want to make sure that it doesn't get out of control.
Henrico Fire tells me they were notified Saturday after midnight. Since then, crews have been working around the clock to get the fire under control. Though the open flames above ground have been taken care of, the biggest issues lie beneath the surface.
One of the challenges with the landfill fire is that it can be deep-seated and in some cases can be underground. So it makes accessing the fire difficult for our crews.
These images were taken by Henrico Fire's robotics response team using thermal drone technology. The bright orange patches seen here indicate the fires burning beneath the surface.
Anytime you compress a bunch of trash down, there's still pockets of air that exist under there. So even though you cover it over with dirt, there's still opportunities for the fire to smolder underground until either the fuel is consumed or all the oxygen is consumed.
Above ground, you can see streams of heat and smoke spewing into the air. All day Saturday, crews transported up to 2,500 gallons of water at a time to spray over those hot spots.
Somebody said low audio. Are we good? Can you still hear us?
I muted myself because my dog was going crazy for a moment.
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
but you know, I think it was said in the chat, kids, if you do cook a hot pocket, don't throw it away. Eat it. Good Lord.
Yes.
Wasting food.
Those hot pockets are more hot than you realize.
All right. So next in the news, we have a Colorado man accused of using a drone to spy on his neighbors.
Oh, this is okay.
It's the piece of technology that has a city buzzing.
It sounds like a hornet. It sounds like a buzz.
Drones, or shall we say peeping toms disguised as drones.
No, we shan't.
Red lights on them, and it looks like
The shan't.
No,
word?
it's shan't.
Right outside
Shan't.
people's
That's it.
windows.
Shan't.
He was up there, he was there, he was in the backyard.
it makes you sick if you want to know the truth.
Close to a dozen residents in this neighborhood have now complained about their neighbor Doug's drone peering into their second-story windows late at night. Jane Worthing was in her bathroom.
It's a violation. It's definitely, you feel surveilled, and you feel your privacy is invaded. Nobody needs to be listening to me or peeking in a crack of my second-story bathroom window at 10:30 at night when I'm getting ready for bed.
It makes you sick if you want to know the truth.
That's horrible. Why are you doing that?
So we rang Doug's doorbell.
Hey, Doug,
He wasn't home then, but he arrived seconds later.
You claim you're not flying outside their windows.
No, and I got proof it's on my app.
Never. You've never flown outside their windows.
Never, ever.
So all these people are just lying.
Yes.
Neighbors aren't buying it. They say Doug is a criminal.
I consider it voyeurism, invasion of privacy,
Oh.
peeping Tom. Just because it's behind a piece of machinery does not make it any different than an actual person on a ladder.
And so they're taking action, vowing to change Sydney ordinances to make their neighbors' use of this hobby a crime.
Don't want them to fly? They shouldn't be able to fly in our neighborhoods. Go somewhere else and do your thing.
That's private property. You can't fly over my private property. I own the skies to the heavens.
Where did the dancing monster come from?
I
in the
don't
middle
know
of
what
by
that
the way?
was. I think it's because it's Halloween. The show just may be a little bit haunted.
Very
But
true.
I love in that video how they interviewed all those people. They spent like 2 seconds interviewing the guy that actually flew the drone. He made a very important statement. He said, "I've got proof on my app that shows that I
Right,
haven't been anywhere near these
they
people's
didn't
houses."
ask. They didn't ask to see his app as a good reporter should have done. They just tackled him by his car because they knew what they want. They knew how they wanted their story going in. They didn't want to hear from him. They just wanted to stir stuff up. That's all.
Fake news. All right.
Yes.
So
and by the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Sean Oz in the chat right now because he was the one who filmed that video earlier where Ken's head popped out of the woods.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Good to meet you there at Spin Up.
All right, so next in the news we have an interesting story, and this one I think is going to open up a lot of questions. A state appeals court has ruled the discovery of video footage on a drug-related activity found on a crashed drone belonging to a Portland man could be used in a case against a client. But here's the interesting thing. The Portland man who owned the drone that crashed isn't the one that found the drone. A neighbor or somebody else found the drone, and in the process of them trying to figure out who the drone belonged to, they watched the video, and it just so happened that as the drone was flying, it had captured footage of these people doing some drug activity in their backyard. Innocuous. It was not something that the pilot was trying to do. And so she turned the drone footage over into the police department, and that is how they used the drone footage. So the drone footage wasn't actually from the owner of the drone. It was found footage. Like if you just found something lying on the street and like, oh, hey, look, they're doing something illegal. I'm going to show this to the police.
What? Wait. Okay. Was the person doing the illegal thing in the video? Because that's a perfect excuse for someone who gets caught with something on their drone to say, "Not mine. I just found it." Not mine.
Well, so that's the thing. The person the person that was being arrested for this methamphetamine stuff has absolutely nothing to do with the drone.
Okay.
The drone
he was just there.
Yeah, he was in the path of this drone that as it was filming before it crashed. And so when the woman took the drone back to her house and plugged the thing up to her home computer to figure out who it belonged to, that's when she saw the footage of these people doing something nefarious and turned it over to the cops.
Okay.
Wow.
And very interesting legal case there, and I'm looking forward to hearing how the outcome of that one is. All right, so last in the news, we have the UNL is using firefighting drones fairly effectively to be able to help control forest fires. And so the University of Nebraska-Lincoln has a startup aiming to give firefighters a new resource when it comes to fighting these wildfires.
Ignis is a drone created by UNL alumni that drops spheres that intentionally ignites fires to burn vegetation and starve incoming wildfires of potential fuel. This drone weighs in at just under 10 pounds, but its creators hope it's the future of aerial firefighting.
You burn ahead of the fire to eliminate fuels in the path of the fire, so when the fire burns up to it, it just extinguishes itself.
This is the second version of the Ignis. It can hold 450 of these little spheres at a time, filled with chemicals that intentionally start fires.
They fall from the sky and they ping pong through the trees to allow it to reach the ground where it can ignite the fuels that are there. That creates a chemical reaction that gets hot enough to burst into flames, and you get about a 3-minute burn out of these ping pong balls where you drop them.
The system is controlled by an app that allows users to monitor everything from mission duration, where the spheres are set to drop, even a boundary for the drone so it doesn't drop outside of the desired area.
plan out the flight path of the drone, as well as tell it, oh, along these sections of the flight path, I want you to drop ignition spheres along here so you can ignite these lines.
Right now, many of its users are outside of the state. This video is from August of 2018 during the Klondike fire in Oregon, where Ignis was used to fight wildfires.
It's a great tool for people who it's not economical to hire a helicopter. Basically, anywhere it's either too rugged, too expensive, or too dangerous to send people into, Ignis is a great use in that case.
This is a new technology?
Well, the idea of using a drone to drop these spheres is new technology.
Okay, because I think I saw something like this back when I was a kid. I have some video from that. Here,
What was the tiger's name?
Let's see, what was that tiger's name?
Oh,
Abyssinia. Abyssinia.
Abyssinia.
Yeah.
The
After
captain.
the ping pong ball duck. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, no!
Call Mr. Green Jeans.
Oh, no! The captain! The captain went up in flames.
Lord. Go down with the ship.
Do you remember
Kangaroo? Yeah, Mr. Green Jeans, remember? He wasn't he one of the characters? So, question, Jeff, does there already have to be fire for this to work? I mean, it's just igniting more flame when there's already flame. You couldn't just drop it and it ignites spontaneously.
No,
right?
the little orbs are designed to cause a fire, and what it is it's designed for making the backfires that they do to stop it, and so the drone
barriers.
can come out. Yeah, the drone can come out and have a pre-programmed flight to drop the spheres in a certain order, and then they'll ignite and basically cause a line of flame that can be used.
Causes them to actually ignite. I mean, you could drop gasoline in a sphere and it wouldn't.
It's a chemical
ignite.
reaction. There's two halves. There's two halves with chemical in each half, and when they break,
like epoxy.
Yeah, when they break, they combine and then they burn up Captain Kangaroo. Yeah. So Jeff, is that all of the news? Because I know we have Jason Shappert waiting, and but I wanted to talk to you and Kelly first, very quickly. If you have just two questions about the Mavic Mini, the rest of the stuff we're going to cover. Do you have any personal questions that you'd like to ask?
Well, I mean, obviously, the one thing that I want to know about the Mavic Mini is with your usage of flying it and stuff like that. How much have they sacrificed to make this drone? From what I understand, it uses a different app.
Yeah, it uses a different app.
It uses the DJI Fly app.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you want to hold it by the tail or it'll bite you.
Right. Here's what I heard. I heard that that using the SD card will put it over the weight.
No, actually, no, that's not true. It is 1 ounce, or 1 gram. They actually left a gram for the SD card. That's actually not true.
Okay, so it comes with stickers. So you put the stickers on, then it's over, right? You leave it on the shelf for too long, and it gets dusty, then it's over. It's over the limit.
So Sean Oz actually brought up a good point. If you did put the prop guards.
Cage. Yeah, the
cage on it. Then I think it is actually over. I haven't actually tested that, but that would be interesting because if you have the prop guards on, you're probably flying indoors, so you're probably okay anyway. But to your point, no, it is 249 with everything on it.
Okay, let's hear the legs. Let's hear the legs fold very quickly. I want to hear the quality. Let's hear the quality. Yeah.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah. Oh. Sounds kind of hollow.
It's very hollow. So Ken, you receive these cheap toy drones in the mail sometimes?
Yeah.
It feels like that. It feels like one of those cheap hollow plastic drones, but it does not fly that way. And in answer to your question, Jeff, and this is not me really trying to sell this thing. It flies as well as a Mavic Pro. It holds its position as well. It does great in the wind. I mean, you can watch my video. I go through all this in pretty much detail, but it does not sacrifice performance, and it flies better than the Spark. Honestly, it flies better than the Phantom, in my opinion. I had a Phantom 4 that I was using, so I got all these DJI drones to film my video, and this thing, we were shooting them side by side, and the Phantom 4 was kind of, and this thing was just sitting there. So what you give up is D-Log. What you give up is all the cinema settings, your shutter speed, your Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, but I will say the Wi-Fi, because you've flown a Spark before, right? It is improved over what the Spark had. But it does not have AccuSync. But honestly, if you're going to keep VLOS on this thing, you need to have it fairly close to you, because I would say the color is actually very hard to see in the sky. And so if you're going to fly this thing more than a kilometer away, you're going to have a really hard time seeing it. And so AccuSync doesn't matter, because I've flown it a kilometer away where it was just out of sight and I had a perfect signal.
Okay,
so,
well, we're going to cover all this stuff in just a minute. All this stuff. People think this is the outlaw drone. This is the drone that's going to let them skirt the rules. Well, is it? We'll find out in just a moment.
The tail.
But first, I want to thank very much Sky Story Studio. $10, he says, towards your voice box. And I guess he's meaning...
He means your Tubinator 2000.
He doesn't mean my voice box. He means this voice box right here, which is
Lord.
why...
That is so inappropriate.
I may... It isn't it? Yeah, it is. Sorry about that. So I had to order another one of those, and it didn't arrive in time to make me sound as awesome as I usually do. Luckily,
All right, so
my hair
the
will
news-
distract you from my lack of voice.
All right, so the news is the evening was sponsored by Go Professional Cases, GPC, designed for life. Be original, be blue, online at goprofessionalcases.com.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thanks,
thank
Jeff.
you, GPC. And thank you to Anubis Arts, man. TJ Grady, $5 super chat. Thank you. It's like a little... I must have some schmutz.
Bird drone.
It's
Bird drone.
What? I didn't hear...
Bird.
I didn't hear what... I can't hear Kelly for some reason. Jeff, can you... I must have some schmutz on my glasses here.
If I wait really carefully, it keeps scrolling past. Hang on a second.
Yeah, what does it say?
It's like a little bird drone.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird, bird.
You know, I have to be very careful the way I dance. And let me show you. I would dance more over... I can't do the wings. Watch this. My second floor. This house is over 100 years old. Watch what happens when I dance. See my light up there? Look, everything's shaking. The whole floor. I'm gonna fall into my living room here in a minute. Jeff, thank you so much. Are your kids around, all dressed up and ready for trick or treating?
Yeah, they're not quite ready yet, so we're gonna have to go and package them up and get them ready. We have LED masks.
Oh.
Yeah, and the hooded masks and stuff like that to
Turn it on.
wear.
Let's see what it looks like there.
Ooh, scary.
That's all right. No reason to be prepared. Okay. Ooh, scary. Ooh, Jeff is so scary. Is that your costume, or is that one of the kids' costumes?
This is going to be mine, since I get to walk the kids around the neighborhood. So it's
Very
going to be
good.
a lot of fun.
Very good. All right. Yeah, I don't have any kids, so I can't get out there and trick or treat and enjoy Halloween.
Yeah, we got to
eating
get
all the
going
treats.
now, since candy's fresh and waiting for us out
All
there.
right. See you, bud. Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff's always got the best news.